Nintendo.
Hi, Mom and Dad. How are you doing? This is my little present for y'all. A little documentary for y'all. Here in Animal Crossing for Nintendo GameCube. About how y'all were and how you are now and so forth. So, take a trip back in time with me, won't you? As we explore how each of you were. Of course, first we'll travel back in time to the time of good old Robert Franklin Chandler Jr. He was a hip youngster back in his day. And all that stuff. He fought in the war. He went to school, worked hard and stuff. Let's take a look inside his chateau and see what describes him as him. He collects records. And he's got lots of them. He's got so many shelves. He likes caramel record case. Yeah. Anyway, let's see, yeah. He likes to make models, and he likes trains. This is his train model set. Look, it's got a cute little tunnel. Yeah. And you know, he didn't have it back then, but he has it now. He likes to sit back and watch television. Like I say, he likes to build models. And here's a good model, a rocket. Yeah. He was a technical engineer over at General Electric Company. He designed the controls for plastic molding machines, so without him, you couldn't have the plastic for, say, the toy train here. Yes. He also went around the world a bit. One place, he went to New York. See, there's the Statue of Liberty there. He was born in Texas. That's why we have this little cactus here. Oh, and there's a little ship in a bottle here. Because, you know, he did go around the world, at least by water. He was born at Cherokee in Texas. Actually, he was like 1/16 Cherokee. But that's why we have this totem pole here. This Chinese lion here. That's he's been to Korea for World War II, I believe it was. And he got Conduct Medal of Honor, which that's what this is right here. And you notice this is his shirt. It's blue tartan, same pattern as his regular shirt. That's what they called it in Animal Crossing. This pattern here for his umbrella is a composition of 4 trumpets, because he likes music, of course. Of course, he likes to think, so when he's thinking, he pays the bills on his desk. And nowadays he uses a computer, but back in his old days, a computer would fill up a whole room. It would have been much bigger than a refrigerator. And everybody in the business loved computers. I love you, big computer. Which I could say the same thing for a radio. Back then in the 1930s, it was the size of a refrigerator. And everybody loved the radio as well. I love you, radio. And of course, when he does his thinking, he likes to write them out. He may have had one before, but he doesn't have one now, a chalkboard. You know what he's thinking about at this moment? Social studies. That's just by default on the chalkboard. And of course, he likes to play games, so we have this little chess board here. And he's a bit of an outdoors person as well. So here's a representation of our backyard. Or probably his backyard in a day. Anyway, we have sprinklers watering the garden. We have a little pond. Hey, who's up for a burger? Who's up for a burger? Yeah. You can also look into our space with this telescope. I see there's the sun. I can't look directly into it because it's so bright. I turned a little bit. Oh look, I see the moon. The moon. Of course, he takes care of his yard and flowers, so he usually likes to mow the lawn, mow the lawn, mow the lawn. And when he can with his girlfriend, back in the day was Barbara, yeah. Take her on a picnic. Yeah, nice little picnic table. So now we go downstairs to another good point in his life. Good old May's Pub. Yeah, got everything. He drank coffee around here and stuff. But most of the time around here May's Pub he sang. Up here on the stage. Along with the classic jazz music of the day. Of course, you know, in the pub you always have a bartender. Hey, barkeep, let me have a martini, will ya? I'm sorry, bud, but we have no martinis. Oh, okay, then just give me a brewski. One beer, coming up. Of course, you know, you have a telephone to talk to people. Of course, yeah, back then, yeah, they had telephones. And of course, like I see, I've always been to good music, so here's a good example. Here, let me get that to you again. That's a little tune I whipped up, Sonic's theme song. That's Town Tune on there. Well, of course, he also likes the other classical instruments, such as the cello. He should have hung around in a room that was mellow, then he wouldn't have liked the cello. But anyway, that's pretty much the last Bob Chandler. Of course, in the hero business, he's also known as Flower Man, because he saves flowers' lives more than humans. So now, let's time travel to another time for, the time of Barbara Chandler, in which here she is. But of course, naturally she has brown hair, but since it's Animal Crossing, they gave me blue hair by default. Anyway, let's go into her house and see what her lifestyle was. Back in her childhood, they had a small house, but yet she had many brothers and sisters.